What is going on YouTube? This is Union Josh Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's been a while, but I'm back. And this time I'm bringing you a deck profile of the deck that I'm currently playing at locals. I'm currently testing out that I'm really enjoying playing, and that is White Forest. And we're not playing the Runic variant, we're playing pure White Forest. Well, I say pure White Forest, we'll see what I mean when I get to that. But we're going to be playing White Forest today, and this is going to be the deck profile. So let's jump into what we've got to show you today. Now, starting off the main deck, we obviously have 3 copies of Estella of the White Forest. This is the cards you kind of want to pick up off of LZ, and once you've got it, it takes up your normal summon. But there in this deck, you kind of only want to be normal summoning this one. And then the other one we've got is LZ of the White Forest, 3 of these. This is the one you kind of want to see in your hand at the start of a turn. Discarding to special summon or to summon or to get this to your hand, and once this is in your hand you can normal summon special a tuner from deck and then continue your plays. But these girls have been phenomenal in this deck and look amazing in secret rare. So we've got those 3 of each of those girls there. Then for our other White Forest cards, I'm playing 3 Sylvie. This is kind of the other normal summon that you would go into should you not have one of these girls in your hand. This is the other normal summon that can kind of help you get out of a sticky situation. So I run this one at 3. This is also one that's brought out of the deck off the effect of Estella. And then just the one Ruchia of the White Forest. This is kind of the one you want to get off of LZ that can special itself and extend your plays that way. So that's the ratio I play. 3 of Sylvie, 1 Ruchia. And now, of course, we're playing the toy box engine. So I've got 3 toy soldier. Sorry for the glare on that. 3 toy soldier. And, of course, the 1 toy tank. Fantastic concept of having these guys as spell and traps that you can use for the effects of the White Forest characters. Up next, into a few hand traps that I'm running, is the Bestials. I run 1 Magnumate, 1 Bulldrake, and 1 Druis Worm. Just at these ratios at the moment. These are really helpful in going into some of your plays later. It helps you get into Red Eyes Dark Dragoon a lot easier if you've got one of these, but it also really disrupts opponents' play. So all 3 of these are a must in my opinion. And my last tech card is Nemesis Corridor. Now we use this to get into our one of our extra deck cards a bit later, but running off the effect of returning a banished card to the graveyard to special summon itself is great, and we can use that to get into a card I'll show you a bit later on. Into spells and traps, off the toy box engine, we've obviously got 3 toy box, a great card. As I say, it goes along really well with those the other toys in the engine. To play itself, set 2 toys that you've got as engine pieces to tribute off for effects that then special themselves back, get you an extra toy box if you need, or another of the White Forest cards. I play 2 of Tales of the White Forest, 2 of these. Just a really good cards. I'm finding this one is a lot more useful than Woes at the moment, which is the trap card. So I play 2 of these, which allows you to, if you control an illusion or spellcaster monster, add a White Forest monster from your deck to your hand. And if it's sent off the effect of a monster in the hand, then you get to set it. But the amazing thing about it being a spell is you can actually play it after it's been set that same turn. And you only get it once per turn, so you can't send it again and get it again. But 2 of these is great if you're missing a couple of pieces in your plays. The next card is I play a couple of Piri Reis maps. This is great if you don't start with any of the girls of the White Forest. This allows you to add a monster with 0 attack from your deck to your hand, but half your life points. And after adding it until the end of the next turn, after this is activated, you can't activate the added monster's effects unless you normal summon that monster. So normally what you do is if you're missing it, you'd play this, get yourself an Estella, normal summon it, activate effect and pop off if you didn't have this in your hand. I had silly made the mistake of adding LZ off it before, and you never want to really normal summon your LZ, so it's normally straight into Estella off of Piri. I only play this at 2 because I feel like the deck is fairly consistent as it is. I may bump it up to 3 and put Sylvie down to 1, down 1 into 2 copies, just to see how it runs. But this is sort of the card that I'm messing around with at the moment, and I'm really enjoying how this card works. Continuing with some cards that you might not have played, Foolish Burial Goods, and I play 3 of these. The reason being, since Skill Drain and some of our other power traps went to 1, we can use this to actually get them a lot quicker, because what we do with this is you send a spell or trap from your deck to the graveyard, and that's it. And you send this, you play this, you send the likes of Skill Drain, you send something that you really need at that situation, and then you actually are able to get it back through Diabell, who, when synchroed with a tuner synchro monster, allows you to add a spell or trap card from your graveyard to your hand. So an easy way to get into some of those, a few cards that we may need, especially Skill Drain after the ban list. Next up, we're playing 3 Dark Ruler. This feeling like it's going to be more of a board breaker format than a hand trap format, since some of those cards got limited, since some of those engine pieces of other decks got limited or removed. Dark Ruler has a lot more playability and versatility now, just straight up negating the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls, at the cost of not being able to do any damage, which is I think a fair payoff for what this card does. So I play 3 Dark Ruler, and now onto the traps of the deck, and you'll notice we play quite a few spells and traps because we need them as sort of these extender pieces for the deck. So next is 1 Woes of the White Forest. I did play this at a couple more copies, but found I just wasn't using it even after it was set the following turn, because I didn't need to. The combos were going so fast that I just didn't need to have more than 1 copy of Woes. The next one is Silahat-Trick, I think that's how you say it. But this to set off of the rabbit, when you've got a couple of pieces that you just need to use up, then this is great. Being able to, it can't be destroyed by battle, and then it's a negate of a monster's effect. So really good. I prefer playing this over Angel Statue at the moment, but we'll obviously continue to use both of them and just see which one I prefer. At the moment, it's still a hat trick. And our last one is of course Skill Drain. Rest in peace, Skill Drain. It was nice while it lasted, because this deck runs really well under Skill Drain because all the effects happen in the hand, and if they're not, they trigger and you discard it anyway. So, but so 1 Skill Drain that we can still play, that we send with Foolish Burial Goods, so we can still play it. And now for 2 3-ofs. 3 Dominus Purge. Yes, we are playing Dominus Purge in this deck. In the main, it is easily swappable with another 3-of in the side deck, should this card really just not come up. But the idea being, this is one that we can, is sort of a last resort. If we just desperately need to stop something the opponent's doing turn 1, we'll play this. If not, it'll be fodder for the White Forest, and if not, we're able to set this and play through the effect that it would have if we played it from the hand. So 3 Dominus Purge, really enjoying this one, but as I say, yeah, it can go for the other 3-of that's in the side deck. And then rounding out our 40 card main deck is triple Imperm. Obviously Imperm has been a must play for years now, and it's no different in this deck. Triple Imperm, really nice and great value that we can even recycle this off of Diabell if we've used one, or we've had to sacrifice it for an Estella or an LZ, that we can just get this back straight to our hands if we've had to sacrifice it. And the same with Dominus Purge. If we've had to get rid of it for a certain reason, we can get it back with Diabell. So that's the 40 card main deck. Now let's have a look at what the extra deck has in store for us. And so starting off with the links, we have Silhouette Rabbit. This card has picked up quite a bit in price over the last couple of weeks, but just an amazing extender for us if we end up with, I don't know, a toy and a Sylvie on the field that we don't want to go into a level 8, or we have a toy and a tank and a soldier that we can't extend with straight into a Silhouette Rabbit, as it's just two effect monsters. Get that trap out, and it's just, yeah, it's an amazing card. I'm really enjoying this. So yeah, playing Silhouette. And then we're playing Artemis of the Magistus Moon Maiden to go alongside our level 8 Zora of the Magistus Conflagrant Calamity. Honestly, one of the first times I've even properly read this card's name. But this is a really interesting line that we can go down. Spellcaster Tuner in order to summon this level 8. So that's a Sylvie and a toy soldier into this that then equips Artemis to it and locks your opponents out of using link monsters. Whatever is equipped to this guy, you cannot use as the opponent cannot activate the effects of. So this is quite a nice little tech. I saw a guy use it at local, so had a chat with him afterwards, and yeah, this is quite enjoyable, especially because it works so well with the deck and the spellcaster nature of it. Well, back into the synchros, and these are going to be some mainstays you'll have seen everywhere. One Zapper Shrimp, a Muddy Mud Dragon, level 6 to go into, the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon sitting in the extra deck. This level 6 is one that I haven't seen a lot of people playing, but I have quite enjoyed this guy, because quite often if you have extended quite far turn 1, you won't have cards in your hand. And this guy has an effect. If you have no cards in your hand, you can target a face-up monster card on the field, negate its effects. And if we don't have cards in our hand, we can destroy it. And another bonus effect about battle damage. If this guy inflicts battle damage to your opponent, it's doubled while we have no cards in hand, which is less desirable than what we want. But a level 6 Fiend, which is quite good, and a level 6 plus a level 4 into a 10 to continue playing on. The one Coral Dragon. This is quite good. This helps us go into Dragoon as well. Really easy to get out. Just a great discard to destroy a card that our opponent controls. And then if he's synchroed away or goes away at all, we get a free draw. So that's what we want. And then on to the 3 White Forests, Reclea, Silvara, and Diabel. Amazing. If you're watching this, you probably know how they work. If not, this one allows you to discard to add a White Forest or Light Spellcaster. This one is great. This is a really great card at the moment. If you summon it off of Diabel's effect, when your opponent activates effect, you special summon this guy, and then she flips all of the opponent's monsters into face down defense position, so gets rid of some annoying cards that we'd have to deal with. And then Diabel, as I said earlier, allows you to grab that spell or trap card back from our graveyard to our hand, but also allows us to, if an opponent activates a card effect, we can special summon a level 7 or lower Tuna Synchro monster, and then we get to continue from there. And there's we'd either go for flip and flip all of the opponent's stuff face down, or we would go into Zapper Shrimp and go for a level 10, and that level 10 is Goatee of the Deep Beyond. Now this is a card I've seen virtually no one using in this deck, using a fish tuner, which is what Zapper Shrimp is. This card gains the attack 500 times the number of banished monsters. And with the bonus effect, if this is synchro summoned during your opponent's turn, you banish all cards on the field, including itself. And then during the standby phase of the turn after this card was banished, special summon it back. So basically we get to, if we summon Zapper Shrimp, sync it with Diabel on our opponent's turn into Goatee of the Deep Beyond, banishes everything that they have, non-targeting, just banishes everything on the field, including itself. And then when it comes back, it's got 500 times the amount of banished cards that are in either player's banish zone. So this is quite a fun little board wipe that, yeah, I'm really excited by it, and I like this card. Is just beautiful to look at. That artwork is phenomenal, and I'm glad it's seeing a little bit of play outside of the goatee deck that it's made for. Last couple of level 10s is Sword Soul Qingying. Yeah, a great cards that we want to, and works up quite well with the banishment. So if we can get goatee on the field, and then during our next turn able to Sword Soul, we're just plussing, which is great. So Sword Soul, and our last level 10 is a Chaos Angel. This is surprisingly easy to make in this build, using the effect that we can just use a light or dark monster we control as a tuner is phenomenal, and the prevalent use of mostly lights in the main deck and quite a few darks in the extra make it really easy to get out Chaos Angel. Yeah, a great card there. And then our last two cards is obviously the Dragoon that I had mentioned earlier. Getting this Dragoon out is just really quite fun in this build. Really enjoyable to actually find a playable use for Dragoon today. And the final card is Thunder Dragon Colossus, using that Nemesis Corridor from earlier, because his effect is, or special summon during the turn, a Thunder monster's effect was activated in the hand by tributing one Thunder effect non-fusion monster. So we activate Nemesis Corridor in the hand to shuffle back a banished monster, and then instantly tribute it away, special summon Colossus, and yeah, we're there. Really enjoying that Colossus is now up to 2, but we don't play 2. We've got too many spaces that are too valuable in the extra deck at the moment, so just the one Thunder Dragon Colossus. And that rounds up the extra deck. But let's have a look at what the side deck has as well, and some of the cards that I'm playing there. Only have 3 monsters in the side deck, and that is triple Nibiru. This being especially good against Snake Eyes now that the Fiendsmith engine has taken a bit of a hit in Lacrima. So this is a really good card, maybe even a main board card instead of a sideboard, but yeah, working out what to swap around for that. So for the moment, 3 Nibiru in the side deck, and then 3 Forbidden Droplet to go on top of our Dark Ruler No More in the main deck. 3 Droplet is game winning in the right circumstance. Being able to just negate during their turn is phenomenal, and this is easily sideable into. Next we've got triple Cosmic Cyclone, just a standard side deck card at the moment, being able to get rid of those annoying spells and traps. Not that this deck suffers too much from spells and traps, apart from ones that banish instead of sending to the graveyard, but these are really good. Into double Lightning Storm, yeah, just a board wipe for either spells and traps or monsters, and then the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster for obvious reasons. And then the cards that I'm able to side out Dominus Purge for really easily is triple Synchro Zone. Yes, we are all a fan of Floodgates, I can hear it now, but neither player can declare attacks except with Synchro monsters. So just that, even that is enough to hold people up for a little bit, or it forces out a negates or effects that we can then pass over after they've activated it. But yeah, this is just a fun card that can easily be swapped out for Purge should I need to. If they're not playing heavy back row removal, then this goes straight in, and we can have a lot of fun with that. But that is the White Forest deck profile. I hope that you've enjoyed having a look at the new deck that I've been playing, and I hope that you've either been able to learn something, or have yeah, just really enjoyed watching the video. But thank you so much for watching. Do hit the like, comment, subscribe buttons below to stay tuned for more content coming. I'm going to try and be a bit more up to date with posting. I know it's been a while since the last time that I've sent one out, and more deck profiles and more Synchron stuff incoming. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about everyone's favorite deck, but for the meantime, I've been playing White Forest. So thank you so much for tuning in. Take care and peace.